Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Preeti Mathur, Associate Professor, Department of Zoology, SPC Government College Ajmer. So students, today we will discuss about afforestation. My today's topic is afforestation. Afforestation. Afforestation is the establishment of a forest or stand of trees, forestation, in an area where there was no previous tree cover. Sometimes special tools such as a tree planting bar are used to make planting of trees easier and faster. Many government and non-governmental organizations directly engage in programs of afforestation to create forests, increase carbon capture. Forests, they attract rains actually, students. They really attract rains because several new studies suggest that forests attract rain, and this may explain why drought is occurring more frequently in parts of the world such as Western Africa. A new study by Carol Rasmussen, NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, gives the first observational evidence that the southern Amazon rainforest triggers its own rainy season using water vapor from plant leaves. The findings helps explain why deforestation in this region is linked with reduced rainfall. A study by Douglas, Shale and Daniel Mudiasco hypothesis that forest cover plays a much greater role in determining rainfall than previously recognized. It explains how forested regions generate large scale flows in atmosphere water vapor. Makareva and Gorshow have developed a hypothesis to explain how forests attract moist air and increase rainfall in areas covered by forests. Afforestation means establishment of a forest naturally or artificially on an area which was previously for forest or not so, as to cover the area with tree or forest. The word forest derived from Latin word foris, which means outside. Now, the forest, it is a natural, self-sustaining community. It is characterized by the presence of trees which are large, generally single-stemmed plants. Benefits of forest: source of energy, source of food, provide shelter, provide a number of products, conserve the soil, maintain climate. So these are the benefits of forest. Forest ecosystem products and services. Actually, the forests play a vital role in Canada's economic health, with the forest industry accounting for some good amount of direct and indirect jobs. At the same time, forests also store carbon, preserve soils and nature a diversity of species. These non-timber benefits are known as ecosystem services. Accounting for ecosystem services accurately in policy and decision making is a difficult task, especially when some have clearer dollar values than others. However, Canadians increasingly recognize the many ecosystem services that forests provide, and resource agencies are starting to assess and estimate forest economic, social, and environmental values. The benefits provided by forest ecosystem also include goods such as timber, food, fuel, and bioproducts. Ecological functions such as carbon storage, nutrient cycling, water and air purification, and maintenance of wildlife habitat. Social and cultural benefits such as recreation, traditional resource uses, and spirituality. The primary challenge for sustainable forest management is finding ways to continue to benefit from ecological services without compromising the forest's ability to provide those services. So, in this slide, here I have shown these are also the benefits of the forest, like direct values we get from forest, like timber, NTFP, firewood, wild foods, medicines, and handicrafts, grazing and fodder recreation, etc. etc. Indirect values we get from forest are catchment protection, erosion control, microclimate regulation, carbon sequestration, wildlife habitat, etc. etc. In option values, future economic options like industrial, agricultural, pharmaceutical, recreational applications of wild species, genes, and landscapes, etc. etc. In existence values, landscape, aesthetic, heritage, bequest, cultural, religious, ritual, etc. etc. Now, in this cycle, I have shown the forest ecosystem cycle, and in this, from the top, we'll just see that the abiotic chemicals are present like carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen, minerals. These are all abiotic components. Here, heat is excreted out, and then comes the products. There is a tree shown, and trees are known as the producers. Plants are the producers. Then again, heat is ejected, and then comes the animals. They take food from plants, and some animals they eat other animals. Then also the heat is ejected, and there are some decomposers. Finally, decomposers, they are bacteria and fungi. You can take the examples of bacteria and fungi. Bacterias, there are various types of bacteria, fungi, and these are both are known as decomposers. They finally break the atoms into very small atoms and complexes, and then finally again heat is ejected, and then abiotic chemicals are formed like carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen, minerals. So forest ecosystem cycle is shown in this slide. So there are mainly three reasons for change in compositions and structure of forest. We can namely, first one is the natural succession, then second is the natural disturbances, and thirdly human disturbances. These are the reasons, main reasons. So in this lecture, in this my lecture, we have discussed about deforestation, and I would like to thank you all for patiently hearing me. And in my next lecture, we'll again discuss the other part of it, that is reforestation and deforestation. So in forestation, it is like this. I would like to thank you. Thank you so much. I am again reminding you, my name is Dr. Preeti Mathur, Associate Professor, Department of Zoology, SPC, Government College, Ajmer, Rajasthan. Thank you.